Good evening, everyone. I think we're ready to start now. So welcome to our virtual open house for foundation years here at St. Peter's School. My name is Carmen Escorcia. I'm the head of communication here at St. Peter's. And briefly, in a moment, I will introduce you to the head of foundation years, who is Christina Smolensky. Briefly, I would like to introduce you 3 points that make St. Peter's apart, okay, for you to understand exactly what makes us a little bit different from other international schools here in Barcelona. Let me see, because I think we have a couple of people also trying to enter. Wait a moment. Hello, Ximena. Hi. Okay, I think we are everyone.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. Okay, so I was explaining briefly 3 points that make us a little bit different, okay? The first one would be that we are a school that follows the International Baccalaureate methodology. In fact, we are the only school in Barcelona with the IB continuum, meaning that we offer the 3 programs of the IB for early and primary years, for middle years, and for the diploma program. All the programs are validated by the International Baccalaureate Organization, and we taught everything in English, except the languages that are not English, like Spanish, Catalan, and French. The second point that sets us apart from other international schools in Barcelona is our school project. We have a very strong focus in science, technology, critical thinking, and change making. Action made by the students, always applying their learning to the real life, to their work, and also making a very positive impact. Ms. Christina Smolensky will give you all the details about this, but I thought it was a point that it's very important for you to understand what makes us a little bit different. And finally, I would like to understand that our main language of instruction is English. Not to mention, we believe that being plurilingual is very important for us, and in fact, is something very positive for our students, for our community, and about our teachers. Both of them, teachers and families, have different accents, different backgrounds, and that enriches us as individuals and as a community. So I think these 3 points, having the IB continuum, also having English as the main language of instruction, and having the school project that aims at shifting the paradigm in education, makes St. Peter's different from other international schools in Barcelona. We do not follow, for example, a British curriculum. We do not follow an American curriculum. But that doesn't mean that our learning is not taught in English, okay? Ms. Christina Smolenki is going to come here in a minute. We'll give you all the details about that. And I think this is a starting point for you to start understand how we are a little bit different from other international schools in Barcelona. Remember, please, that if you have any questions, you can post them in the Zoom chat. You have an icon for that at the bottom of the screen, and we will be very happy to answer all of them at the end of the conference. If you want, Christina, you can come to the screen. Maybe I can put, okay.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hi, it's my pleasure to meet you online today, and it's my pleasure also to introduce you to some of our teachers in a moment. Thank you, Karma, for your introduction. So again, my name is Christina Smolensky, and I'm the head of the foundation years in St. Peter's, so children from 1 to 5 years old before they progress to our primary department. But you will also get a chance today to meet some of teachers in my team, and they will be speaking as well about their classroom experiences. So in this slide, we're going to explain you a little bit more about the IB program. So the IB program is a continuum of international education for children from 3 to 19 years old. And it's quite unique because of its academic, but also the personal rigor. We challenge students to excel in their studies, but also in their personal growth. So we aim to inspire a quest for learning, but we also focus on their empathy and enthusiasm to be thinkers and inquirers themselves throughout their school life. And the program has different parts with different names, as you can see on this slide. So it starts with a primary years program, which is a program that we follow with children from 3 to 12. And this program prepares students to be active participants in their active journey of learning. So this is where they will acquire a lot of their learning, listening, communicating, and social and emotional skills. Then they progress to the middle years program, MYP, which is designed from students from 11 to 16. And finally, at the end of their school years in St. Peter's, they finish with the diploma program, which prepares them for success in higher education. And the DP is a challenging program for the last 2 years, which finishes with final examinations that are very well recognized by universities around the world. I will show you a little bit more about our primary years program. As you can see on this graph, the primary years program still has the subject disciplines that you might be familiar with from the British or American or traditional curriculum. So we have subject areas such as language, social studies, mathematics, arts, science, and personal, social, and physical, social, and personal education. However, it's important for you to know that even though we still have curriculums for each of the subjects, we don't work separately on each of them in our school. So the program works around cross-curricular themes. These themes are interdisciplinary, which means they allow children to not be limited by the usual learning by subjects. So the themes that your child would be working on through their primary years are also on this graph. And there are 6 themes: who we are, where we are in place and time, how we express ourselves, how the world works, how we organize ourselves, and sharing the planet. Because we follow this interdisciplinary curriculum of learning by different themes, our timetable is also transdisciplinary. Let me explain to you what that means. And that means that on the contrary to the usual timetable to the usual traditional timetable, in our foundation years timetable, you can see that often students can pick their preferred working method, or they can determine the order in which they do their work. So some children might choose to work individually, like Alina on this picture, or they might choose to work with their friend on their favorite materials, or they might choose to work on the floor, on the carpet, like here, Miguel and or working in our science lab together, browsing through some science books. Because we follow this transdisciplinary program, this also means that our curriculum is revised rather than static. So every year we meet with the teachers and we discuss the themes that we worked with last year, and we see how they worked for our students. Have they sparked interest? Have they sparked inquiry? And we adapted for the next year. And in this way, we are sure that that our curriculum is connected to the newest content, to the things that are currently happening in the Barcelona community or in the international community, and also that our curriculum follows what our students are really interested in and passionate about. Before we progress, I would like to tell you a little bit more about the rationale behind the IB methodology and the school project that St. Peter's follows. So we have asked ourselves the questions: are we preparing our students for 2020 or 2040? And in order, we really believe at our school with the teachers that in order to prepare our students for 2040, we have to change the way we teach, and we also need to change the content we teach to the children. How do we do it in primary years in the foundation years program? So during the foundation years for your child would be experiencing play as inquiry. So in the timetable, you would see that the teacher would be proposing different units of inquiry, themes, as part of the class program. As I explained, we do this so that children don't rely upon experience and factual knowledge from a single domain or subjects. The job of the teachers is to integrate the curriculum outcomes from different domains, such as history, maths, literacy, or geography, around a common issue or theme. To make it simpler to understand, you have a picture of our Foundation 4 class working on a theme of healthy habits. So this theme might be integrating biology, might be integrating literacy, but also their knowledge of maths when they weighing different fruit or different food items, maybe they're measuring different liquids. So this is how the teachers integrate the knowledge into this common theme. And on the other picture, you can see Miss Nikki from Foundation 3 introducing the children to the theme of where we are in place and time. And every week they are exploring different continents. So they are integrating knowledge from social studies, history, culture, and geography, but also literacy by looking at different picture books from different countries, different cultures. So why do we teach the children in this way? We really believe that relying upon one subject is not relevant to the way the children will learn in the future in their adult lives. And if you think of yourself, when was the last time you used only one subject on one piece of factual knowledge to solve a real life problem? So by learning this thinking skills and this transfer of knowledge from the very early years, it makes it easier for our students to function in their adult life and succeed in their future careers. And children learn from the very early age to appreciate big concepts and skills rather than just rely on single subjects to solve problems. And now that I'm finished with the academic side, I'm going to invite Miss Claire to talk to you about the IB learner profile.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Claire. It's really nice to meet you today. It's a pleasure to see you all. So I'm going to talk to you about the IB learner profile, as you can see on your screens. And here at St. Peter's School, we follow the IB all the way through from our young learners to our pre-university students. So the IB learner profile, we nurture the skills and the talents of our students all the way through. So our IB learners are balanced, which means that they build resilience and tolerance to stress and become flexible learners. Our learners are also, they're open-minded and communicators, which links to originality and initiative. Our learners are risk takers, which links to analytical thinking and innovation. As Christina mentioned earlier, we have a specialized lab for young learners here. So this really ties in with the analytical thinking. Our learners are inquirers and thinkers, which links into reasoning and problem solving. They're principled and caring, which links to leadership and social influence. Here are some examples from our classrooms. So in our early years, especially in our nursery zones, we have outdoor and indoor relaxing spaces for the children, and we use a lot of inside and outside flow throughout the day for the children. Here's an example of our specialist teachers. We have music teachers and yoga teachers, and once a week the children go to swimming lessons. So this really is encouraging their risk-taking skills and helping them to develop. So that's all from me today, and I'll pass you back to Christina. Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Right, so as I said, apart from the IB methodology, We also strive to completely change the content we teach. And our school project in terms of the content focuses on the following four areas, and I will invite the teachers to explain you some of them. The first area is factfulness, then exponentials and technology, change making, and building a plurilingual community. And to talk about factfulness and literacy, I would like to invite Ms. Tracy Stanbridge, who is the head of literacy for the foundation years. There you go, Tracy.
Hello. First of all, I will start to tell you a little bit about factfulness. Then I will go on to tell you about our phonics program and how we teach reading and writing. Then I will talk a little bit about restorative justice. In today's world, factfulness should always be at the forefront of the children's minds when receiving information. It is the habit of critical thinking. It helps us maintain fact-based worldview and teaches us how to avoid the most common ways information is misinterpreted. Fake news, social media, and the images we see and absorb are just a part of this. This critical approach to literacy is a regular part of our classroom practice. We try to teach children to look beyond themselves, looking at such topics such as power, equality, social justice, overcoming biases about physical appearance, family composition, ethnicity, and stereotypes related to boys and girls. In doing this, we are hoping to create well-rounded individuals that are able to sort through the proliferation of electronically transmitted media. Read Write Inc. is the phonics program we use at school. It is a proven program that ensures early success in reading, writing, and spelling. This is just a glimpse of what we wish to achieve every day in our literacy lessons. I will be happy to answer any questions you may have about literacy at the end of this presentation. It might also be interesting at this point to mention what restorative justice is. Restorative justice is a process we use at St. Peter's for behaviour management. After asking our students to consider their own feelings and reflect on their actions, we ask them how they can repair the situation and make things right again. Helping your child realise how behaviour and actions affect not only themselves, but the other person is the beginning of understanding the importance of we. Okay, and I'll hand you back over to Christine.
Thank you, Tracy. The second area of our school project that I want to present to you is exponentials and technology. So if you ever visit St. Peter's School, which I hope you will be really pleased and amazed, just as we are as teachers, to see our new space, which is called Lab 05. It's a new space that we opened this year that has been prepared in collaboration with the University of Manresa, and it's a science lab prepared especially for children from 1 to 5. So what that means, it means that all the science equipment that they work with is specially sized just for the youngest learners to encourage them to explore. So really this area is a separate area. Oh, we've got some people waiting here, so I'm just going to admit them. Sorry for that. Hi, if you're joining late. Okay, there we go. Okay, so our science lab 05 is really an open space area where the children can explore and tinker with different scientific equipment and really follow their own interests in what they want to do in the moment. So we have an area focused on magnetism, an area focused on forces, an area focused on mass and weight. We have a table for rocks exploration, and an area for exploring different environments. So it could be a beach environment, or it could be a woodland environment that they're exploring in, and we change those monthly to fit their interests. Apart from the open space learning, the teachers also designed experiments that are again connected to the theme or unit of inquiry that the child is currently working with. And I have some pictures for you from our lab. And so you can see our students on these pictures here observing, making hypotheses, and confirming or disapproving their theories. The first picture shows our Foundation 4 students working on their first robotics skills. So we work with robots called mTiny, and this is a chance for our students to experience algorithms for the first time. So giving commands to the robot to follow different stories that the teachers require them to prepare. So in this picture, I think the robot is going to the birthday party. The second picture is our Foundation 5 class exploring different colors on the rocks in the rocks exploration table. And the third picture is also our Foundation 4 class. As I said, they were working on a unit about healthy habits. So they are exploring as acids added to different fruit juices and seeing how that changes the color of the liquid. Now Ms. Nicola, who is a teacher in Foundation 4, is going to talk to you about the change-making area of our project. Ms. Nicola.
Hi, my name's Nicola and I'm a teacher in Foundation 4. I'm going to explain to you what action means to us at St. Peter's. Here at St. Peter's, we strive to give our children the opportunity to make meaningful contributions to the world around them. The children demonstrate action within the classroom, the school environment, in the home and the wider community through various means. In the classroom, you can see action happening through taking care of their learning areas, setting their own essential agreements, and offering ideas on ways we can improve the space. Within the school environment, you'll often see classes working collaboratively on days such as World Peace Day, Random Acts of Kindness Day, or Crazy Socks Day. We often collaborate with foundations such as Make-A-Wish Foundation to reach out to the wider community too. I'll give you an example from my own class last year when we were working on the unit of inquiry, Sharing the Planet. The children guided this learning towards pollution and how plastic pollution impacts sea life. The children then produced a campaign to stop plastic pollution. They created posters, which they displayed around the school, at home and in their local community. They took charge of recycling in the classroom and at home and were able to send pictures of this proof of action taken at home through our app that we use called Seesaw. They also went on to create a campaign video to report their inquiries into sea pollution and positive changes we can adopt to help. This year, as part of the same unit of inquiry, we'll be taking the children on a school trip to a place called Cram, where the children will see firsthand people in the wider community taking action and conserving marine life. We believe valuing agency and action at all stages in a child's learning journey promotes international mindedness and helps them to recognise themselves as capable learners, natural inquirers, and gives them the confidence to be the change makers in the world. I'm going to now show you a short video on the last area that we like to focus on here at St. Peter's, and that is plurilingualism.
Привет, Labas. Hola. Hello. Ola. Konnichiwa. Shalom. 안녕하세요. Book. Hello. Hey. Arif. Здравей. Добрый. Salam alaikum. Hello. Tara. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Great. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is just a snapshot of the beautiful plurilingual community that we have at St. Peter's. Currently, we have over 40 different nationalities here. And that's not just the students, also our teachers come from many different backgrounds. They have studied all over the world. So the students can really look up to their teachers as their role models for international citizens and people that are very, very open-minded. Finally, I want to mention to you some of the projects that we are currently focusing on as part of this prolingual community. So outside of the school hours, we also have an after-school hub that runs from 4:30 to 6. And during this after-school hub, our students can practice different languages, can extend their interest in different sports or areas such as music or playing different instruments, but it's also a community for parents. You are welcome to join our Spanish lessons for beginners or an English learners club. You can connect to the parent community through an app that we use at school that is called Class List, that we value over the informal WhatsApp groups. On Class List, you can find a parent of any child at the school. You can filter parents by nationalities or interests and join any outings that the school proposes. So last term, as an example, we had some events such as tours around Barcelona. We had a sports competition day in a local gym, as well as also smaller celebrations connected to cultural events such as an Indian dinner or a pasta dinner. And this term we are getting ready for our gala party with the parents, and also we will be tasting some Catalan wines together. During summer, we also offer summer camps at St. Peter's. Again, this depends on your child's interests and on your child's age. So there is a foundation years camp that is at the school, on the school grounds. And for the older children, we have a sports camp at a local gym, not far from the school. And also there is an adventure camp in La Molina for older students. Well, I hope you found all this information interesting and inspiring. And Ms. Karma will finish with some information about the admissions process for you. After that, there will be time to ask questions and chat to us more.
Hello, everyone. I think it's better that you see my face a little bit. Thank you, everyone, and Tracy, Claire, Christina, and Nicola for your help and for such a nice explanation about foundation years. Well, here in the admissions department, our objective is to help you weigh up all the different options that you have here in Barcelona for international schools. And I hope that you find that St. Peter's is a good match for your children. But obviously, if you have any questions, you can always contact me or Christina or my colleagues in the admissions department, and we will be very happy to help. The following step, for example, there's no need to put this slide, is that you schedule an interview with me or my colleagues in the admissions department so that we can meet your children, put a face on them, and also, of course, of you, so that you can visit the campus, because I think the best way to feel the environment in a school is to visit it in person, and also to get to know you as a family, who you are, who your children are, where do you come from, what is your background, what are you looking for. So that's the most important thing for us. And of course, the feedback you give us about your family, about and about your children is very, very important for us. In September, logistics, our school is starting on the 5th of September. It is a Monday, but on the 2nd, which is a Friday, we're going to prepare a welcoming event for the whole community. Christina has been explaining to you a lot about our new community project, and I'm very, very proud of it because it was a challenge for us at the beginning of the school year, and I think it's working very, very well. And we, because we have this international community with a lot of diversity, we do think it's very important to put you in contact with one another. And for example, we have a very nice group of ambassadors who is made by families who are here with us quite a lot of time or just recently, but they decided to be part of the ambassadors team. And sometimes, depending on your nationality or depending on your interests, I can put you in contact with some of them so that you can start having someone that you can relate to, apart from, of course, the directors, the teachers, and the school staff. So I think it is a good way to start, coming here in a Friday, 2nd of September, and starting to build the links between other members of the community. And I think that's everything from my part. I'm very excited to see everything that is going on in foundation year. The lab, the scientific lab is amazing. I just posted a video of the latest experiment that they were doing there, one with the colors that they were mixing with the healthy habits, and it's amazing. You have to see their faces with the eureka moments when they find out something that is happening because they are mixing a color and reacting with a substance. So that's super interesting, and that's how we start introducing science at this early age, but we continue with the same objective up until the end. There is a lot of consistency in the 3 programs, early and primary years, middle years, and finally the diploma program. I think this is super important and makes us super different to others international schools, because all of our programs are IB, and they really prepare our students for the diploma and also for later in life.